Don't skip. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Elena Roosevelt. Sometimes words that seem harmless can leave deep marks in our minds for years. In every relationship, whether with family, friends, or at work, there are moments when you feel yourself shrinking, hurt by criticism, or left out in conversations where no one truly listens. And you wonder, where does my worth lie if I have to bend myself just to be accepted? There are nights when you stare at the ceiling, blaming yourself for letting others decide your feelings and self-worth. But you are not alone. Everyone has experienced being belittled, controlled, or even hurt by those they love. The important thing is not how many times you've fallen, but whether you have the courage to stand up, remain steadfast, and not lose yourself in the whirlwind of relationships. Stoic philosophy does not teach you to avoid pain. It shows you how to face it, how to hold on to your inner value and balance no matter the circumstances. Stoicism is the quiet light that guides you back to your true dignity. In this article, I will share 7 key Stoic principles, 7 doors that open to a life of freedom, composure, and unwavering self-worth. Stay with me until the end because when you reach the final principle, you may find exactly what you need to stand strong, no matter who stands beside you. Control your own emotions. 1. Control your own emotions. Have you ever walked away from a heated conversation, your heart pounding, fists clenched, mind replaying the words that wounded you? Maybe it was something your partner said in frustration, a harsh remark from a colleague, or just that silent, dismissive look from someone you care about. The sting is real, isn't it? In those moments, it feels as if the world is pressing down on your chest and there's no escape but to lash out or retreat, wounded and small. But here's a hard question, a Stoic question. Who truly holds the reins of your emotions in that instant? It's so tempting to point outward to say, they made me angry or he ruined my day. We do this because it's easier, almost natural, to hand over control of our feelings to other people's words or actions. And yet, as Epictetus reminded his students centuries ago, it is not things that trouble us, but our judgments about things. Our pain comes not from the insult itself, but from the meaning we attach to it. Think back to the last time you felt slighted or misunderstood. How did your body react? Did your jaw tense, your voice rise, your chest tighten? These are the physical signals of an ancient urge, the need to defend, to fight, to prove your worth. But what if those feelings weren't warnings of danger, but invitations to pause? Let's imagine a common scene. Mark, a mid-level manager, walks into his boss's office. He's proud of his work, but within minutes, his boss dismisses his ideas with a wave of the hand. Mark feels a familiar fire in his stomach. The old urge to argue, defend himself, maybe even storm out is right there on the surface. He's been here before. Too many times he snapped back only to regret it later. He's also been on the other end, swallowing his anger, pretending to agree, all while resentment builds inside. Neither path leads to peace or respect. One damages relationships, the other corrodes the self. The Stoic path offers a third option, a way that neither explodes nor implodes. It starts with one simple but radical move, stepping back and remembering that your emotions are yours. They arise within you. The other person's words may trigger them, but they do not control them. In that split second when you feel anger, shame, or disappointment, you have the power to choose what comes next. Control here. It means acknowledging the wave of emotion as it rises, observing it with curiosity instead of judgment, and then choosing a response that aligns with your values, not with your wounded pride. Try this the next time you feel the fire. Do nothing, at least for a moment. Breathe in slowly and deeply. Count to 5. Remind yourself, I don't have to react right away. My emotions are not my master. This pause, though tiny, can make all the difference. It gives you room to ask, what matters most to me here? Is it winning this argument or preserving my self-respect? Is it proving a point or keeping my dignity intact? Mark in that meeting decides to pause. Instead of snapping, he listens. He feels his anger, but he doesn't feed it. When the meeting ends, he walks out not as a victim of his boss's mood, but as the owner of his own mind. Later, in private, he asks himself what he truly wants from his work and how he can communicate better next time. The boss's words are just words. Mark's response is his own. It's never easy. We are wired to react, especially when we feel attacked. But every moment you choose awareness over impulse, you strengthen your core. You become less like a leaf in the wind, more like the rooted tree. Over time, people notice. They may not always respect your choices, but you'll respect yourself. Stoics know no one can make you feel small unless you hand them the power. Emotional control is not coldness, it's courage. The courage to feel, to wait, and to respond with intention. It's a quiet strength, the kind that doesn't shout or shrink, but stands steady in the storm. So the next time you find yourself pulled into someone else's chaos, remember this. The storm is out there. The calm is within you. Your emotions are yours to govern. Take a breath. Own your response. That's where your freedom and your true power begin. 2. Do not seek external validation. Do not seek external validation. Do you find yourself constantly seeking approval from others? Do you second-guess your choices, waiting for someone to affirm that you did the right thing? You're not alone. Many of us have spent years looking outward for validation, only to realize that the confidence and assurance we seek must ultimately come from within. Whether it's in relationships, work, or personal goals, the underlying struggle is often the same: the need for external validation. Sometimes it's subtle, a quick scan of faces after you've made a joke at dinner, hoping for laughter. Other times, it's more acute, like posting a new accomplishment on social media and anxiously watching for likes. The need to be seen, approved, and applauded can quietly rule over our daily choices, shaping how we speak, act, and even how we feel about ourselves. Let's pause here for a moment and ask, what is truly driving this? Marcus Aurelius once said, "We all love ourselves more, but care more about their opinion." Yet most of us were raised to believe that recognition is proof of worth, that applause is evidence of success, and that love must be earned by pleasing others. So we learn, often unconsciously, to mold ourselves into what we imagine others want. We smile at the right times, hide our doubts, and sometimes silence our truth. Over time, this habit erodes the most vital thing we have, our own self-respect. Take Rob, a friend who recently shared a story that might sound familiar. After a first date, instead of trusting his own experience, he immediately called his sister. "I just wanted to hear her say she thought it went well too," he admitted. "It was like I couldn't trust my own gut unless someone else confirmed it." The need for positive feedback from his sister actually overshadowed his own feelings about the date, leading to anxious rumination and eventually disappointment, even if the evening had gone just fine. During a coaching conversation, I asked Rob a simple question: how do you define a successful date? After a moment of reflection, he said, I guess, enjoying myself, feeling at ease, having a good conversation. We took it further. Looking back, he realized he'd laughed, listened, and shared openly. Objectively, by his own standards, it was a success. Yet, without his sister's stamp of approval, he couldn't quite believe it. This right here is where so many of us get stuck. We outsource our self-worth. We become like travelers lost in a foreign country, holding out a map, but waiting for strangers to point us in the right direction. And every time we do, we drift a little farther from the solid ground of our own values and experience. Why is it so hard to break this pattern? It's partly habit years of social training and a fear of making mistakes, but it's also a vulnerability. There's a quiet bravery required to stand alone with your choices, to risk the possibility that not everyone will approve.